welcome to the AppalachiaTCG Podcast. It's your host, Big John, or at the Smango, and Just Take Three, Anthony, Tony, Cardi. We're back with another episode of AppalachiaTCG, the podcast. How's it been, Tony? It's been too long. It's been like a month since we've done our last podcast.
About 2 months.
It ain't been 2 months, has it?
It's been right at
it. It has been crazy. It's been hard to get together because of the holidays. It's been hard to get time since I've been doing the business side of things now. It has just took my life. It's been hard to sit down and just record without worrying about having to ship orders out. And we'll talk about that in today's podcast. There's been all kinds of things, guys. If you love the podcast, there's been all kinds of things going on here in the last month or two. Like, it's been crazy. Like, it's honestly hard to believe in a way. So much stuff's happened. Like, we've had card shows. We've had, there's just been craziness going on. Tony, what have you been doing? I know even you have. You've had a hard time trying to get content out on YouTube.
Well, I've been trying to figure out what I want to do.
Yeah.
Now. I don't know if being 100% Magic is the where I should be.
Yeah. No, you don't want to niche so hard down, in my opinion, in my very low YouTube small channel. You don't want to niche so far down that you can't expand later. I had that problem with one of my other channels when I started Quake Fans. It grew rapidly, but then Quake died. And so all these videos and stuff I created for a long time just kind of, like, they quit getting views and stuff like that. And then I tried to rebrand to just a podcast. That didn't work out. Then I rebranded the Tech Holler, and that actually started doing okay. But then I wanted to focus on just cards, so that's where this channel's at now.
Well, I always, I like Magic, first off. But I'm interested in, like, Lorcana, Flesh and Blood.
Yeah, you got to do it. You got to do it all. It's probably better to do the other ones. Like, Flesh and Blood does way better on my channel than Magic does.
But, and I've been even looking into One Piece, and that's kind of funny because I've never watched One Piece.
I ain't either. Yeah, we'll have to order some cards. Did you get to check out Lorcana?
No, I have not. We was busy prepping for Thanksgiving, and we're going to. I think me and James going to try to do that here in the next. I doubt it won't. It won't be tonight.
We'll talk about that too. There's so much to talk about.
I'm amazed with Lorcana. I've watched YouTubers play it and stuff, and it just looks just fun.
Well, you want to circle back to that, or you want to just talk about Lorcana right now?
I mean, we can circle back. I mean,
it don't matter to me. Our topics today we're going to try to talk about are the Magic the Gathering Foundation standard format in Eastern Kentucky, becoming a pre-release store for Flesh and Blood, just out of nowhere. Deck building for Magic and other card games. Card shows, this TCG player in general, and the Pokemon craziness that's happening. So we'll start off with good old Magic the Gathering Foundations. What do you think about it?
Oh, I love my box. I got my bundle, and there's just so many good playable cards.
It is. If you're wanting to play Magic, it is the premier set to get. Right now, if you're wanting to start Magic, this is probably the best time ever to start it. If you ask me, you can just pick up some packs of Foundation. You can pick up a booster box, and you could make a deck easily. And if you get the starter collection, for sure. If you get the starter collection, you'll have, like, stuff you need to build commander decks, standard decks, all kinds of decks. It comes with everything. It comes with land. It comes with so many good cards too. It's worth it's way, if you sold it online and broke it down, the Foundation Starter Collection, you would be making, they put so much value into that thing. Like there's a $10 like just big dinosaur or something, just right out of the box.
Yeah, I kind of regret not getting one myself.
Yeah,
but I still got to stand by the bundles. I mean, the bundles is a tried and true.
Bundles are great.
I mean, in a lot of ways, I'd rather buy a bundle and get a whole booster box.
Yeah.
I mean, and you get let's see, that right there. Yeah, right here. Get an awesome spin dial.
The spin dial, this is cool. This is going to make you want to start a collection too. Everybody loves these things. This guy right here, the two-sided like click down, is awesome for Commander. I don't know, it's great. But you only get it in the starter collection. And 99 health.
If I know if you're looking to buy that, you can buy them off of Etsy.
Yeah, I would just probably buy one. I don't. The starter collections are great for. I opened only one. I kind of wish I wouldn't open it myself and just sold it. It's great for somebody that don't have any card. It's like the perfect box for somebody that's just wanting to start Magic.
Oh yeah. That's what it was advertised for.
Yeah, I mean it has bangers in it though. It's a perfect box to get started. If you don't have any cards and you're wanting to just start a collection, Foundations is the best thing you can buy. It's your most bang for your buck. I promise if you buy it, and if you wanted to sell it right afterwards, like on TCG Player or singles, you would make money. Easy. What is it? Easy, even at MSRP.
Yeah, and well, that's a good point right there.
MSRP. When you talk about that,
it is. This is the only set that's been released in, I think, 5 to 7 years. It's got a MRS, market cap on it.
Well, Rudy is convinced that they're doing the MSRP so they could do direct to consumer, just like Secret Lair. Instead of like Wizards is wanting to do direct to consumer for some reason. Like online.
I ain't got to watch Rudy in a day or two.
At least that's what he was saying. I don't know. It's hard to know, but
it makes
MSRP on just about every card game that I have seen right now has went up $10. That's including Flesh and Blood, Pokemon, Magic the Gathering. Everything has went up. The collectors, boosters have went up to crazy amounts. Even the Foundation's collectors. What are they selling for? They're MSRPing for like $280, but they're selling on TCG Player right now for $300 already.
Yeah, I mean I've seen.
It's craziness.
I was just looking the day before our dinner. And it was, I seen one box off of TCG Player was going for $183.
What, the booster box?
Foundation Collector booster.
It's going for 180?
One seller was selling it. They're floating around the 300.
I bet it sold quick because they're sitting at 300 market value.
That could have been also a Black Friday sale too.
Maybe.
I mean, it is Thanksgiving.
It is Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. We're recording this at Thanksgiving. Foundations is it's been pretty awesome. I think. I'm definitely going to get some more.
Out of all the sets that's been released in the last year, this has probably been my favorite.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I liked Thunder Junction, or Outlaws of Thunder Junction.
Outlaws is cool.
Bloodburl, awesome.
Bloomberg was awesome. Well, we'll do the next podcast, and we'll talk about our favorite sets of 2024.
Okay.
That'll be a good episode. I think, or the latest. Yeah, 2024, the best of 2024. Our experiences of 2024. We'll end the year on that podcast or something. But yeah, so Foundation comes out. It looks like the premium RCQ store, East Kentucky Cards and Collectibles, our buddies down in Betsy Lane. They are starting to host standard RCQs. So the Foundation's release, and this has been epic for that. They actually have standard showdowns on Saturday now. So we are trying to play standard in McGoffin County on Mondays. And so if you are in McGoffin County, Eastern Kentucky, and you want to learn how to play Magic the Gathering, come to the Farmhouse Diner, 6 p.m. We'll stay there till about 10, 11 sometimes. We'll teach you how to play Magic the Gathering, sell cards, talk, train, build decks. You know, that's our whole point right now. Try to get people playing in McGoffin County again.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's been fun. Mondays have been actually pretty fun.
Yeah.
The only thing that sucks about Mondays is I can't say past probably 8 o'clock.
Yeah. I mean, you got quick games in with standard.
Oh, yeah.
Give us a rundown of how you've experienced your deck building so far.
I tell you what not to do.
That's part of it.
Do not put 20 dual lands in a deck.
Yeah.
Especially tap dual lands. Do not do that. That's
my opinion, you should probably just put the most, if you're going to budget, you should probably put 4 tap lands, and at least don't get the ones that don't do anything. Get the ones that at least give you a health or do damage.
Yeah. So
if they come out and don't do anything, they're just bad cards for land. I mean,
the deck I built was that blue and green, and it had 20 dual lands, but everyone come in tapped. Everyone. A few gave me life, and I had like 18 artifacts.
Yeah.
And the artifact side was doing what it was supposed to do. It was letting me draw cards. But it was getting out of hand, and all I was doing was getting mad.
Yeah. You should, according to what you play, I would never go past 24 lands, period, almost.
I think I had 25. Because I put 4, so I had 24 in, but then I also had all my artifacts and everything. I think I was technically getting...
Yeah, it was like half your deck was land, right?
Yeah, after looking at artifacts and so I think I had like 40 cards could tap for a mana.
That's too much.
And it was just...
Yeah, you need to whittle down to about 24 if you're playing dual colors usually. You know, it's not perfect. You'll have to see how your deck draws and stuff like that, and you can put in less, put in more. But you have a sideboard. That's one thing we got to learn how to do is sideboard. You know, it's better to have, if you have too many tap lands, it's better just to have a basic land.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if you're playing blue, you'd rather have a blue that you could tap for than one that comes in tapped and you can't do anything with a counter or bringing something out. You want standard, you want to, so there's almost 2 to 3 levels in standard, all right?
Yeah.
From me playing online I've played way more Arena Online and MTGO than I have in person standard. Okay, so this is my experience with playing standard online on Arena, MTGO, best of 1. I've not really played a lot of best of 3, so you know, best of 3 is a little different. But if you're playing best of 1, you have red. Aggro red comes out. This is they're trying to kill you in almost like turn 3 or turn 4. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you're playing an aggro or burn deck, you want really fast mana. You want to just throw out your aggro in the game as quick as possible. You're playing red or some kind of super aggro deck, right? You pretty much know you've won in like turn 3 or 4. Okay, so if you're playing a slower deck, you kind of play like this mid-range deck, but you have to build your deck in a way that you can protect yourself from the 2 or 3 turn kill, all right?
Oh, yeah.
So you have to play, you usually want to put, like you can put your deck in the, you want 1 drops, 2 drops, 3 drops, 4 drops, 5 drops. Usually 5 drops, you don't want to put too many of those. You always want to try to get more 1 drop or 2 drops out to protect yourself at the beginning of the game.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You got to have a creature out. You're protecting yourself from Monastery Swift Spear. Red, you got to protect yourself from Slingshot. But you just need to have that protection so you can get your stuff out later. So if you're playing black, you need stuff that pilfers. You need stuff that makes them discard. You need to kill creatures, stuff like that.
I think Standard's probably one of the funnest ways to play.
Standard is really fun. I think Foundations really put it back on the map. And you get to play new cards. It rotates out.
That's the only side to Standard I'm going to have trouble with is keeping up with the rotations.
Yeah. It's I mean, you've got cards that's been reprinted, so like some of your old cards will still work if they've been reprinted in Foundations or something.
Yeah, like Dublin Season now.
Yeah, Dublin Season is back.
But it was in because of Wilds of Eldraine, wasn't it?
It was Enchanting Tales. Enchanting Tales is for Commander, but it's in Standard now. Dublin Season is.
Yeah, but now they did print a Dublin Season in Wild.
They did, but they planted it in the Enchanting Tales, which is like a Commander modern set or whatever.
It wasn't legal.
Yeah.
So now that card
is legal. Yeah, Dublin Season is now legal in Standard.
So that's awesome.
Overrun's legal again. Yeah, Standard's in a good space again now. I think Wizards was like, I think we're about to kill Standard and Paper if we don't do something. And then they're like, okay. Because, you can play all this on Arena. Standard's always been like Arena game. But now I think Foundations come out.
I think Foundation was a rush release, wasn't it?
It must have been because I literally think Wizards was like, oh man, we're going to lose. We're going to kill Paper Standard if we don't do something. Because I think Modern right now, I think that's why they're switching to RCQ because Modern's in such a bad state. Just I don't play Moderns, but just from reading online, hearing people's perspective, that Modern's in a terrible, terrible state right now because of the One Ring.
Oh yeah, and Modern is very expensive. It's an expensive format.
Yeah.
I mean, Standard ain't no cheap, but
you could budget your way to a better deck in Standard. You could start out slow.
Yeah, and you can charge and upgrade that way too.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, if you're smart about it, you can actually build the decks you want and have little to no money in it.
But yeah, deck building it takes a while to learn. I'm still learning how to do it in a game like Flesh and Blood. I could do it a lot better in Magic because I'm used to Magic. But overall, it takes you playing the deck, too. Yeah. You're not just going to throw a deck together and expect to do well without playing it a few times. Because you got to know what the people you're playing against are playing.
Yeah.
You gotta get that experience of what everybody's doing. But my advice, if you're going to do like a bigger... If you're going for like bigger creatures, you need to protect your board. You need to clear the board till you get about 5 mana, and you can start dropping big creatures out.
Yeah.
But if you're playing green, normally you want to ramp up. You want to play Rampant Growth. You want to play Evolving Wilds. You want to keep getting land cycling. Anything that brings out land is good in green.
I tell you what, now I played my deck 2 times last Monday, and I seen where I went wrong, and I showed it to one down there, Scotty, and he was he kind of pointed me, and then you looked at it, and you was like, okay, and kind of agree with you on that. I'm like, okay, well, I kind of, it's a hard skill, and that's like me and Alex, we was talking there the other night about it, and I was like, he said it's a ratio, and I'm like,
Yeah.
but when you're learning to play Magic, and then you start trying to build a deck, there's a learning curve there,
Mm-hmm.
and you have to kind of learn to build a deck to also play Magic.
Yep.
If you're,
I think deck building, and trust me, I've been criticized for building my own decks in Flesh and Blood too, but that's how I'm learning the game more. Like I'm learning what works. If I want to, I could get on a net deck. They call it net decking. I could get on Fabry.net or AetherHub or Moxfield, whatever you want to use for Magic the Gathering. Download a deck list, go to TCG Player, get that deck, and I mean, unless I could have never played this deck, I wouldn't even know how it would work. Sometimes, I have to play it. Like, you can play your hand, of course. Like Magic players, we can play your hand, but like I got to know what I'm going to be expecting too. Like sometimes your next draw, you're like, you could scoop if you're not winning, but if you know what something's in your deck that could clear the board, that restarts the game sometimes. If I was like, maybe if I can get a board wipe, maybe I can get the kill card to kill Shieldred real quick. Draw this card, take a chance, instead of just scooping and saying, well, my deck sucks. Maybe your deck don't suck. Maybe that next card's going to be what turns it in your favor all of a sudden.
Well, the person I was playing against was my nephew, and I built that deck too, and he was playing it. And he was getting better card draw than me, but I didn't put no 20 dual lands in that deck.
Yeah.
I kind of kept it more balanced thing, and he was actually doing really well. But there's a few cards that wasn't allowed to be in that deck. And by the way, they did print Ixalan cards in Lost Caverns.
Oh, did they?
Set. Yeah, they redone it.
Interesting. So those cards are legal? I just noticed the symbol was different.
No, they're.
I lost him. I lost you. Are you there?
Yeah.
I lost you. I don't know why you froze that time. It wasn't me.
Huh.
I don't know. But so those cards are legal now?
No, they're not.
No, they're not legal, but they did print them again. Because you said you didn't know where they come from. I figured you might have picked them up like when we was bulk hunting.
No, Alex, I was talking to Alex about it, and he said, yeah, they did put some Ixalan cards in, but he said them was only for Commander.
Okay.
Them was get them back out. They wasn't.
Yeah.
So they wasn't a legal card.
Like I said, we're trying to learn. We're trying to bring more people to Magic the Gathering. So if you're new, come down. That's the whole point. Montgomery County's never had anybody sell cards really. Like there's been people sell singles. I've heard back in the day in Rolton somebody sold packs of Magic. I don't know, but I sell like new stuff at the Farmhouse Diner. You can come down and learn. We'll teach you how to play. The point of all this is try to get trading cards to our little town.
Oh yeah,
and learn how to play.
I think you're doing an awesome job with it myself. Yeah.
So we'll talk about the store if you guys want to. So something cool, completely unexpected, 100%. Even the distributor gave me like kudos. He goes, I can't believe you froze again. Oh my goodness, what is going on? Oh, you froze again.
I froze again.
Yeah, I don't know what. We struggle with Discord for some reason. Anyway, we'll talk about the store. Even the distributor was kind of like gave me kudos. He was like, "Man, congratulations!" I was like, "What are you talking about?" He said, "You're a pre-release store." I was like, "I know. I'm as shocked as you are." So I got like East Kentucky. We started Flesh and Blood down in East Kentucky. We went down there, Cards and Collectibles. Me and Micah. We went down there and got Flesh and Blood going. And then I started the little mini store in Sayersville, Kentucky, and we got to distributors. We got armories, and I honestly wasn't expecting it at all because all we have done is run Commoner. But they gave me the option to do a pre-release, which is kind of big.
Oh, yeah.
It ain't real big, but it's kind of... I wasn't expecting it. I didn't get a pre-release for the last set. I didn't for Rosetta, which I ain't been official armory. The last 2 months have been crazy, guy. It literally has been nuts. And I mean, I can talk about it, but I can't even like I have set up till 12 a.m., 1 a.m. shipping out cars trying to make this come to fruition. It has been crazy. I've killed myself. Hopefully, I got other bigger stuff coming, but it's been crazy. But we got a pre-release store for the Hunted for Flesh and Blood in January 28th. But even the distributor was like, "Man, this is awesome." I was like, "Dude, I know." I can't even believe it myself. But
what price point want to be on for new people?
The price point? What do you mean?
Pre-release.
Oh, to join a pre-release event, I think it's probably going to be. I had it wrote down. It's probably $35 to $40 to be in the event.
Oh, well, that ain't too bad.
Yeah, you get so many packs. You get. You get a pre-release kit, but then you get packs, and then it's a sealed event. It's just like Magic the Gathering. You got a sealed event. You got so many packs. You got to build right there. You get 50 minutes to build, 50 minutes to submit your deck or whatever, and then you start playing.
Yeah.
It's really fun. I done one down at Grayson, Kentucky. The Smith Dungeon. I done my pre-release there for Flesh and Blood for Rosetta, and it was extremely fun. So I highly recommend everybody come out. I'm going to pre-release in East Kentucky. I'm going to do my own pre-release at AppalachiaTCG. But yeah, it's really fun. Everybody come out. It'll be Tuesday the 28th, January 28th. Be our pre-release event. So it'll be about $35 to $40, I think, because everybody has to buy so many packs, and then they're also sending another flow packet or something. They say I don't know what that is, but I get better giveaways. It's crazy. I'm just like, I wasn't expecting it at all, but apparently they like what we're doing. So, pretty epic. But yeah, if you want to talk about the store a little bit, it has been crazy. I just ordered. I don't know if you guys can see in the background. There's a whole thing of just like shipping tape. I've had to buy a Lexmark laser printer. I have 500 envelopes here, ready to with the little 500 envelopes. So I got 1,000 envelopes for just shipping out cards to TCG Player. Trying to make this come true. I have ran out of top loaders, so I'm gonna have to order more top loaders. It has been ridiculous. I'm buying people's cards, I'm selling people's cards, people's buying in store. And Pokemon just sells like crazy. I don't know what's the deal with that game, but everybody is Pokemon crazy. Like, I can't eat, even distributors ain't even allocate me, only 2 boxes of stuff. It's crazy. It's a madhouse. Sports cards and Pokemon are just it's crazy.
Well, everybody likes Pokemon.
Pokemon is the craziest card game ever. I'm telling you, it sells like crazy. And I mean, I won't say I don't care anything about it, but I don't play it. I like collecting some of the cards, but it's not my card game. And I have learned so much about Pokemon cards listening it online. It has been ridiculous.
If I wanted a Pokemon pack, I would want. But then I'm talking money here is like the Team Rocket packs.
I got a bunch. I got a list. I've listed a bunch. And now on TCG Player, you can list Japanese Pokemon. That's what I was going to show on camera here if I can find it.
I would love to open up a original pack of a Team Rocket or a Fossil. Them was my two sets in the Pokemon.
Yeah, I've got a bunch of those listed actually. I got a bunch of Japanese Pokemon here that I need to put on TCG Player. You can list them now. It's really hard because I don't know what that says. But you can list them. It takes me a while to list them. And I sold my first Japanese Pokemon the other day on TCG Player. But I mean, I got some bangers here in Japanese. Old school Pokemon. But these ain't listed yet, but...
You know that, John?
What is it?
There's a filter on your phone you can download, and it scans and it translates.
Well, the good thing about TCG Player is you can go to your inventory, and you can go to Japanese Pokemon, and then you can go to the set. So then you can scroll by, and everything's in English, and then you can see what the portrait is, and then you can say that you got it. So that's what I've been doing. It won't work with Quick List. Hopefully, Quick List is getting an update, I think. I've got laser printers. I've got paper. I've got this was turned into a full-time second job. It's been crazy.
Oh yeah. I mean, the other day you had what, 53 orders? Yeah,
I just shipped. Right now, for with the Thanksgiving, I was working on another order. 21 more orders, and I just shipped 20 yesterday. So people's buying stuff. It's crazy. Like Pokemon's crazy. There's so much I got to list. It's a process, guys. It's like if you wanted to sell on TCG Player, I would recommend it. The biggest thing, I mean, you guys like unless you're a store, I don't think you get access to Quick List. But if you wanted to just sell by yourself, people couldn't make a decent living on it from just selling bulk. It's going to take work, but you could make a decent living at it. And I would recommend if you're wanting to sell Magic, I would find the best deals you could for Commander decks and just break them down and sell them online. You make money easy doing that. Easy money.
Yeah, I've been looking to try to start making them tumblers again.
Yeah, we're going to try to get Tony making some cool tumblers, and I'm hoping to get a storefront, guys. So, big secret there. Sort of storefront. I'm going to turn that house into a storefront pretty much. These garages. That's what my goal is. So, maybe we'll have a more dedicated shop. We'll see. We'll see what the future brings, but old Big John Smango is trying. But yeah, Pokemon is... I never did collect Pokemon. I know you collected it more than I did back in the day. I remember Pokemon. I never did have a Game Boy, so I didn't even get to play the original game until it came on emulator.
I had a Game Boy Color, and I played the Pokemon Blue and Red. Them was the two I had, and then I got Pokemon Silver. And that was the three I had. And then Wim got out of Pokemon, and I got his yellow version there for a short period of time.
Let's see. Then the card game come out, but I was already introduced to Magic the Gathering before Pokemon. So I remember people playing it in middle school, and I was just like, why do you guys want to play that? Like, we have Magic the Gathering. That's dumb. So I played Pokemon when I got in high school, and I had an emulator. So I finally got to play Pokemon on an emulator on my computer about probably my sophomore, junior year. I think there was Game Boy emulators. So that was my experience with Pokemon. Like, I played on an emulator. I did get a Pokemon game once on a 3DS a long time ago. It was pretty fun. But I've not really played a lot of Pokemon. I understand it a lot more now. Trust me. I know what a reverse hollow full is, and a hollow full, and all these illustrations. It's been madness.
Yeah, some of them illustrations are nice.
They are very nice.
Tony pulled one there the other day.
I got it over there. I got to get it graded.
That was he pulled what, two?
Two Charizards, yeah.
And that one he pulled was a gorgeous card.
Yeah.
But it was really nice.
Yeah.
And,
But
and that's a little what I'm wanting to do on my channel moving forward is to just do random card games.
Pokemon, I need to do Pokemon unboxing. Apparently, it's crazy. Everybody's going Pokemon crazy. I didn't even know the Surgeon Spark set was coming out, and everybody's been asking me to get it. I'm like, dude, I didn't even know it was coming out. I was like, there ain't no way in the world I'll be able to get it right now. I was like, I've already got now this prismatic evolutions or whatever. I already got that allocated. I mean, it's still crazy to get. Like, they're not doing a booster box either. Like, it's madness. Pokemon's mad, and this is a limited set coming out, the next one. So, it's just going to explode, too. I don't know. Pokemon is just killing it. I don't know what to say, other than that Pokemon is just slaying it with the card game.
I like to do some Yu-Gi-Oh openings. I know you got a beef with Yu-Gi-Oh right now.
Well, let's get out a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Guy, I don't know. I have I got this.
Yeah.
The 25th anniversary collection. All right, I've opened some. I opened an actual booster box. I don't know if you call this a booster box or not, but the cards are so hard to know what. Let's get one out here. All right. So I think this is called a Century Rare, but there's no indication on it that it's something crazy. I don't know if you guys can see the craziness going on there. It's hard to see, but it's like going sideways. Like the full end goes like
it looks like
crisscross.
Star.
It's so hard to see. Yeah, kind of like there you go. You can see it kind of that way.
Yeah.
The folding on these are so I don't. There's no indicator on the card of what the rarity is of that folding.
Yeah.
Then you'll have some that'll. It's so hard. Like this card looks great, but it doesn't have like that crazy folding on it. It's just fold in the center. I've learned a little bit of it, but quickly it goes like it can't detect what these cards are. The folding is so crazy, so I have to kind of know. See, right here's another one. See, this one don't go sideways. It kind of goes like a checkered pattern. I don't know. It's the hardest. I don't know how to list these guys. I have no idea. So I don't even know. The camera can't pick it up.
I sent you a video.
Yeah, I've watched that video before, and it's just like there's one that's going sideways like this. Then this one's going like everywhere. Like these two. Let me see if I can turn on the light here. It'll be a little better. Maybe you guys can see this. This is wild. Like I don't know how to list these things, so it should pick it up a little better. So you see how this one I think's more rare than this one, and I have no idea why.
Yeah.
Like I don't. It's hard to see. See that one. This one kind of goes. It's so hard. Like, and there's no end. I wish they would like put something on the card that they printed in a certain folding. See this one's going like up and down side like. Almost like a checkerboard, and then this one's going sideways, and I don't know what's the difference.
Well, the fun fact with Yu-Gi-Oh cards, all of them, has a hollow full on them in the corner to make sure they're legit.
Well, these are definitely legit. I bought these, these come from distributor. I'm going to open them and practice listing these things, and because Quick List listed a bunch wrong. And so I had to delete my whole inventory. I got to relist Yu-Gi-Oh cards because it done like I pulled some cards and I was like, that's not the Shrinty Rare. I don't know why it was listed like that.
Yeah,
but like it's so hard to understand. I don't know. It's. But apparently this 25th anniversary is supposed to be a crazy set anyway. Cause the other set I got, it wasn't like that. I could tell what was going on, but this one's been crazy. I ain't even opened all the packs yet. I just opened that's just there's 10, 12 packs left in that thing. I was just like I don't know what to do with this thing. I was like I don't know.
But yeah, I was wanting to do maybe a few packs of Pokemon, a few packs of Yu-Gi-Oh. Of course, Magic. I guess if you're doing cards, you got to do Magic because That's just the OG of them. And then, you know,
you got to do them all, I think. I mean, ones you love the most, Pokemon's going crazy, so if you can get open Pokemon, you'll just blow up, I guess. I don't know why I've never opened Pokemon on the channel. I'm going to have to start, I guess, because people love it. I have a whole box over here to open. So,
I've been on eBay. I actually sent you some on the link on eBay the other day. I don't know if you've seen that.
I don't remember.
It was a full set of Magic Together. Come from Wizard of the Coast. It's sealed.
A full set, like from the beginning of time?
No, you know on where you're online?
Yeah.
Magic on. You know how they used to do the...
Oh, yeah.
So people selling them.
Oh, that'd be pretty cool.
And you get all the whole print.
Yeah.
And there's a few of them online on eBay. And
That'd be interesting.
And it's like $197.
Yeah.
And it's buy now. I was like, only if I had it. Right now, I would. But that's, you know, you can't. But no, I've been looking also at some on eBay too. Besides that, was the Harry Potter back in the day. Harry Potter had a trading card game.
Even Final Fantasy has a trading card game. Munchkin has a trading card game. A collectible card game. Like it's a card game, but then there's a collectible card game that's separate.
Yeah.
Like that blows my mind. Then they got this sorcery that's supposed to be pretty big. Right? Sorcery's supposed to be kind of big now. It's upcoming. And then, let's talk about Lorcana. Listen, guys, I'm sorry I'm a hypocrite about Lorcana. Apparently everybody loves it. And I know how to play it. And it's not a bad card game.
What got me with Lorcana, I'll just be truthful, I think Disney, I think they are the ones actually list that. They didn't go third party. I think Disney done it.
It's by Ravensburger who prints it.
But I think when they done their original launch, I think they dropped the ball. I really do. I think they dropped the ball. Because it's Disney. I mean, Disney's already a high collectible item anyway.
Yeah, it's... See, Pokemon and Disney are so pop culture. Everybody recognizes it right off the bat. Like, everybody knows who Mickey Mouse is. Everybody knows who Pikachu is.
I went to Walmart when it first was coming out, and they had a shipment. And I also think Walmart dropped the ball, too. They should have put that behind the register and limited. But they just put it on the shelf.
Mm-hmm.
And people was clearing out the shelves. You know, they was just stopping anybody from getting a pack. And they was just selling, and they was getting on eBay and all them places, and they was selling the far out of them.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen a pack of Lorcana go for $15 just for a pack. And they're only like $5.
It's going up. It's went up in MSRP, I think. Everything's going up this year, guys. It's 2025 is going to be... everything's going up at least $10. I like the booster boxes. So that's going to translate to I don't know how much a pack.
Well...
The $3 packs are long gone, I think, even for Flesh and Blood.
I'll tell you another card game, and I found it on eBay too, was Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah, I've seen those.
And, you'd think a dead game would be cheap to buy, but actually I think it makes it more expensive.
Yeah.
I think it really does. But that's what I've got. I'm going to sort of trying to do like Flesh and Blood too. I think I'm going to just start just opening random boxes.
So I just start opening random packs, boxes, talking about the game.
And if I can ever find Naruto.
Yeah, I can't find anybody that sells it.
and I'll be cooking because I'll be awesome with Naruto.
Digimon. I can't find Digimon really either. I don't know what distributor sells it.
I know Alex is always talking about Digimon. Him and Wade. My little cousin.
I don't even know. Does Digimon even have a cartoon anymore? At least it had a That's the big thing about some of these. They have had cartoons and movies before. Disney, of course, has had cartoons and movies. Pokemon, Digimon's had movies. Magic's not had like a TV show or anything for the masses to know what it is.
But they did have comics back then.
They did have comics. They still have comics, I think.
I think them's only like special releases.
Limited releases or something, probably. But yeah, guys, it's been crazy here at AppalachiaTCG. It's been.
What do you got to do to get the holiday card for Magic together?
You have to get WPN status for that. I've been denied several times for WPN status, but you have to have a full dedicated card store.
Yeah, but would East Kentucky have them?
They should have them. Yeah.
Is them prizes or?
I think so. As long as you come to an event or something.
I might do that to go enter an event just to get.
Yeah, I think you have to enter an event to be given the promo card. Kind of like Flesh of Blood. Like I give promo cards to everybody, so it's the same thing.
I just get my card and be like, I scoop.
See ya.
I got.
There was a big controversy. I don't know if you've seen on Twitter, but the MTG Goldfish guy, Saffron Olive.
Yeah.
He made a tweet or a X. I don't know what you call Twitter anymore. About the loof, like the little creature drinking the eggnog or whatever.
Yeah, that's the card.
The Luffy or something like that versus like the little cute like gremlin
Yeah.
He says that Loof is stupid. Pretty much. So everybody's went outraged on Twitter naturally.
Oh, he's cute. He's a cute little creature.
And he's like, I don't know why he's the mascot of Magic the Gathering. And I was like, I don't really like it either, but it's whatever. I don't know why they're trying to make another Pikachu. But yeah, some people like him. I don't really bother me, but I just don't like I don't like the art on the card. I think it's bad. I don't know.
I think it's going to be it's like a little gremlin. You don't feed it after 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
that's that. It puts me in the mind.
Oh, and our last thing we didn't get to talk about is Secret Lairs and how crazy that's been.
Secret Lairs is insane.
I was lucky enough and got online and got my Captain America. I plan on doing an unboxing hopefully sometime. I finally found it. Thought I'd lost it.
I know what got the Wolverine. I can't say that, but he got that.
Who did?
Alex.
Oh, okay. I got Captain America, but Secret Lair, I don't know. They're doing these drops, and people's not been able to get like it's been awful. I couldn't even sign into my account and order it with my like Wizards account that I use. I had to just use a guest account to even do it. Like it's been crazy, and like it's been first come first serve for these Marvel drops, and I don't know. I don't know what was so wrong with people just logging in and buying them on print at this point.
I wish they would just go 100% on that, but I mean, it does make them more sought after. I mean,
it does make them rare, that's for sure.
I mean, I thought about getting you to buy me that the Iron Man, and I just pay you back.
I wish I would have, and just
but.
Cause I wish I would have bought another one anyway, because I would have got free shipping. Cause it was like $70 just for Captain America plus shipping. So I lost $14 in just shipping. If you get over $99, it's free shipping.
But then everybody was I seen on on Twitter, people was getting kicked out of the lines for
Yep.
trying to. I mean, they really. It was, and then Alex was telling me that too. Well, I think somebody he plays with tried to get like 2 or 3 of them, and when he went to check out, one was sold out, but
Mm-hmm.
the other was available, and it almost kicked. Almost didn't get what he was. He waited for like a couple hours for. It was and then I was like, I better not try to ask anybody to do that. I mean,
I wish I would have at least got another one just cause I was in line, but and people's just scalping them. All they're doing, like they're flipping it for like $150 or something like that.
I think I seen Captain America. No, not Captain America, but Iron Man. That's the one I kept up with. On the secondary market, it was going for 100, and the highest I've seen it so far was 185.
Sounds about right.
And I was like, there's only like one really awesome card in it is not been reprinted, besides in a Secret Lair kind of recently, and that was Commander Plate.
Yeah.
And that was in the heads or tails. Yeah. So it was but I'm more I like Captain America, but I'm more Iron Man in the Marvel verse than any of them. I mean,
well, I'm looking for Spider-Man and hopefully Venom if they bring out the Spider-Man characters, so or Deadpool or something like that. So that's what I'll be going after.
Venom.
Yeah, Venom. If they have Venom, I'm game. But the Secret Lair stuff's going crazy. They got SpongeBob coming out and stuff like that. The Universes Beyond.
I think I'm gonna just do it. I'm gonna try to have to get the money for SpongeBob. SpongeBob. You know, maybe I can get a Gary too.
A Gary.
Meow.
Oh man.
It just looks fun. I mean, it was pretty cool. SpongeBob, and I did Krabby Patty. I don't know if you got one of them from Wendy's when it was a special release. But,
no.
But I did. I can actually say now.
You ate a Krabby Patty. Sweet.
Yeah.
Well, Magic's in a crazy spot. I think it's. I'm afraid that they're starting to lose. Well, I've read this online that it's becoming the Fortnite of card games. Like they just kind of go with all these other brands, which is good. It gets more recognition.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that, like the Doctor Who stuff.
At least Doctor Who kind of fits in it, but I'll be honest with you, the SpongeBob throws me off a little bit. But then they've actually had Fortnite cards too in Secret Lair, so Secret Lair's whatever. But my problem is the Universes Beyond is it's supposed to be standard coming up. That's going to be different.
I liked it. I like the idea of just keeping them in Commander.
I do too, but I think a lot of people's been wanting to play Magic and play Standard or Modern or whatever, and then these cards in the Universes Beyond they've bought and they can't play with them. So
yeah, so I mean, all the stuff how I understood what they're saying, any of your Secret Lairs you bought previous to the set is going to be Standard legal.
Mm-hmm.
Still Commander. They're not making a special grandfather status for them.
Yeah, that's good at least. So at least going forward, they'll print them and they'll be like legit cards instead of like something crazy, I guess.
Yeah, so I mean, that's how I understood. Again, there's not really a lot of information, even on the Commander BS of the tiers.
That's what I was going to talk about. So we'll go. Our last topic for tonight is: what do you think about Standard versus Commander? And do you think the One Ring is going to get banned soon in Modern?
I can see the One Ring getting banned.
Prices have already dropped. I don't know if you've looked, but prices on the One Ring has already dropped down to $45. So somebody knows something.
Well, they've been making hints.
Somebody knows something.
There has been hint on the One Ring being banned.
I think it should just be restricted. So its name's literally the One Ring. It's kind of dumb that you can have 4 of them in a deck anyway.
Yeah, I mean, that's crazy too.
I think it's probably fine in Commander because Commander's crazy anyway. But like Modern, 4 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no wonder Modern's in a bad state.
But now, when you're talking like Standard versus like Commander.
Yeah.
What I've seen so far in Commander, there's a few decks out there can go turn 2, turn 3, win easy.
I'm hoping the tier system will give us a little gauge. It's hard to sit down with people and just play, knowing. Like, that they've got a way more powerful deck than you, but and then there's no like gauge of what you could put in it to make it better. I don't know. I think Commander's in a weird spot. I do. Like I think everybody's trying to play it so competitively now that it's lost its charm.
Me and Alex, we was talking about that one day, and he's still trying to be in, Commander, and he's like, you still just rule 0, and it's like, yeah, but you shouldn't have to sit down and want to play this one deck, and everybody knows you're like me. I'm more pre-con only.
Yeah.
Anyway, and you shouldn't have to sit down and say, "Oh, I just playing a pre-con," and then somebody's like, "Yeah, I'm playing a slightly upgraded pre-con," but at the moment, where is the line? And that's no longer a pre-con.
I've never, what card? I've never been able to get somebody to tell me what card makes this a competitive CEDH and doesn't.
Yeah,
what I'm saying? If a pre-con's supposed to be low level, what card can I put in it that makes it higher power all of a sudden? It's never made sense to me.
And you can't even really say that on just like certain pre-cons. Like,
yeah, that's true.
There's always one pre-con out of a set of 4 is just want to roll.
Mm-hmm.
And it is, and that's like the Lord of the Rings when it comes out. The Sam and Frodo deck.
Mm-hmm.
That was just a hard deck. I mean, it created all them food tokens, and it got out of hand way too fast, real thing. And even Stargon or Sardon, the bad big dude.
Yeah, Sauron.
I mean, yes, yeah.
But yeah, just Commander takes so long to play, and it's hard to keep up with all the triggers because there's 4 players and all the taxation that happens. It's a lot. In Standard, you can play 1-on-1. You get the games over really quick and move on to somebody else. Just play. I don't know. I think card games is meant to be 1-on-1. It's just kind of how it is.
I prefer, still, my heart still lies with Popper.
Oh, Popper's the best, but
when you're talking, that's like me. I was talking to Scotty there the other day about Popper, and he just like, I've never played it, and I'm like,
Wizards don't push it at all. Now, turn back to Flesh and Blood, they recognize Commoner in their armories. And they even had their first battle harden the other day in Portland. A Commoner battle harden. It was awesome.
I like Flesh and Blood. Flesh and Blood is a hard game when you're. There's a lot goes on in Flesh and Blood.
I would say Flesh and Blood is a lot more focused on the competitive aspect of the game, though. Like, you got to be willing to compete in the game.
Micah said it the best. He said it's more you really have to understand chess to play.
Mm-hmm.
You really do. And that's how Micah tried to describe it to me 2 or 3 times. It's like, it's very tactical. It's very, you got to know when you're wanting to hit and when, how long you got to go before you. And very hard. And, you know, so, I mean, I've been taking that, spinning stuff and Flesh and Blood and Magic, and I think I have worked on some ideal of and everything for me, my own card. I just got to get all the templates and stuff ready.
Be awesome.
And make sure it's legible where people can understand what stuff is. Because that's it's I got some really good ideals for it, so that's crazy. But
I enjoy Standard more as just a competitive standpoint. Commander is fun when we all get together and we're just bull crapping and having fun and eating pizza or something like that. It's fun. I'm never going to be able to wrap my head around wanting to take it serious.
No,
it's too crazy.
I might not just heard that way to sit down to play Magic, and if I lose, I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
You know. I mean, I must not be wired that way. I mean, I try to be a competitive player, but I mean, at the same time, if I lose, I mean.
Part of it, if you're one-on-one, somebody's got to lose. So it's not that big a deal. Like, people get tore up about it. So sometimes it's bothered me in the past, but I'm just like, man, you know, somebody's got to lose. I look at it as like a learning experience. Like it's a card game. I'm supposed to be fun. It ain't supposed to be end of death if I lose this game. I'm not like in the championship or something anyway, so who cares?
I mean, I love watching like Boogie or the French's video of the freak out when he flips the card table.
Oh, yeah. Where's my Mountain Dew?
I mean, you know, I love watching the freak outs, but you know, that's Sage. Too.
Oh, yeah. It's funny, though.
And it just, because, you know, I have felt that way. Well, that's like the other night. I was playing with my little cousin, my little nephew, and I couldn't pull nothing. I was like, I want to throw these cards all over this.
Woo! 60 card pickup.
And I was like, I'm done. I wanted to have that freak out, but I was like,
yeah.
You know, and I'm like, who damn am I mad at? I'm the one built this. I mean, am I mad at myself or what? So, you know.
Hey, sometimes you got to take the lumps and you get some sleep and you're good the next day. That's how I am usually.
He cracked me up. He pulled one card and he goes, "Oh, I just pulled a real good card." And I was just like, just down my hand. I just put my hand over my deck and I was like, I'm done.
Well, guys, we are over the hour mark, so we're going to try to cut it here. If there's any questions you got, play more card games. Collect card games. It's fun. I'm telling you, you're going to really enjoy it. The best thing about card games is stuff usually appreciates. Like, it's a hobby. Honestly, since I've been back into it, me and Tony started back in Magic about 2 years ago now, I'd say. Like,
about 3.
Has it been about 3 years now? Crazy. Anyway, now I have a little mini card store. It's crazy. This is what happens. But anyway, everything kind of appreciates over time. When it comes to, I've never lost money buying a card game, like any cards, and try to sell it later. Like, it's always, you kind of earn your money back eventually.
I know. I tell you what, now, I can see if, there's too, with me, if you're new and you're coming in, you're not going to play with everyone.
No, I've realized that too. I tried to. Honestly, it's better to stick with about 2 to 3 decks.
And
make you a commander deck, make you a Flesh and Blood Blitz deck, CC deck. Make maybe a deck for each format in whatever card game you want to play, because you're not going to be able to play 25 commander decks. I promise. It's just not going to happen.
This is like the best advice I've seen recently is when they done the bans out of Commander. All them people who got burnt, and they got really burnt. But, if you're not actively playing with that card and you got it in a binder and you're sitting on it, that's a risk. That card could get on the road. So, and if you're not going to play with it, it's best just sell it, get it out to somebody who might want to play with it. And just play what you want to play.
I've tore down so many decks now. I was like, I don't even know why I have this. I'm never going to play it. Even now, just not just Magic, Flesh and Blood. I've had so many decks. I'm just like, I don't know why I have this many decks. This is crazy. But now, it's best to focus on one or two. And anyway.
But now, you can put more time in one, maybe two, and play them kind of frequently and get it up to a level. But now, if you're constantly, and Alex cracks me up. If you ever been in his room or his,
I've seen something a little bit, yeah.
And he cracks me up. I bet he's got 25, maybe 50 decks sitting. And I'm like, and I even looked at him one day, and I was like, "You ain't want to play with all them." He goes, "Well, I gotta have them. I might need to play that deck." But now he will break a deck down and cycle it into his bulk and whatever.
He plays a lot on spell table too, so he might need all those.
Yeah, he likes to do a vote system to his guests is coming on to play of what decks he is interested in playing, and they kind of vote with what he will play. So he might need the inventory, but like for me, I got one deck. It probably will never be tore down, and that's my Secret Lair Heads or Tails. But all the other ones, now I'm just coming to a point. It's like it's free game.
Yep.
It could be tore down, redone, and probably not care.
That's kind of how I've been. Like I was like, I don't know why I have so many Commander decks. It's fun, but like you need like two or three. You honestly need like a low power one, maybe a precon, one you've kind of like one you really like and you want to keep upgrading all the time. You want to compete with, and everybody's usually on a budget, guys. So if you're on a budget, start small. Okay, you don't have to have the best cards to begin with. You really don't. Not even in Flesh and Blood. I don't know where. Anyway, we'll try to end it here, but I don't know where this mindset comes when it comes to card games. I don't know where everybody thinks that they have to have the latest tournament deck to go play locally. You know what I'm saying?
Let's say you are competing in the RCs and they're trying to get their three ends.
If you're playing, like even in the local armory events at East KY, our armory events, okay, armory events are for learning. You do get a promo card. That's it. You're not giving points to your heroes. If you're coming, and the RCQs is different. You're playing for something. Okay, you have to have the best deck.
No,
but if you're just coming to like a standard showdown, you're learning. Like, don't worry about even at the armories. If you're playing CC, commoner, play with what you got. You'll eventually your deck will get there. You don't have to throw $1,000 down for the latest tournament deck at one of Battle Hardened. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't do that. Why would you do that? You're not going to go compete anyway.
Some does try, that's like that one. I know him over at Walmart, and we talk occasionally, and when I see him, and he was telling me he won the RC over at East Kentucky.
Yeah, he did, I think. What is his name? Is it Sean? I don't know.
Yeah, that sounds right. But he was telling me he's already got his email and say he was invited to regional a regional deal
That's awesome.
or something. And I think, but I don't know if he's going to actually do it. I think he's around Louisville.
Mm-hmm.
He had to travel there, he placed there, and then he could go on into. He could get invited to Worlds, or I don't know. It's very complicated.
Yeah,
but
what I want to say is, listen, guys, like you're not gonna come to a card event and be the best, even if you got the best deck in the world. I mean, unless you've played it, you're probably not going to know what to do with it anyway. So just come get and learn how to play the game first before you even start spending some real money on a deck. Like, okay? Like, don't start throwing $100 into a deck and then you come to your local, like, just gathering for Flesh and Blood Magic the Gathering. And, like, you don't have to, like, you're probably not going to win anyway. Like, if a veteran is going to play their deck and you even net deck something all to pieces, you're probably not going to win because you're not even going to have to play it. But mostly, if you're wanting to try the game, most of the veterans will play a lower power deck. Magic the Gathering, Flesh and Blood, Pokemon, probably, if you ask. Like, we're just wanting people to play. All right?
I like watching on YouTube, and I mean, I'll be done after this, but I like watching on YouTube of the pros actually how they do play.
Yeah.
No conversation going on there. And they just do everything in hand signals. I mean, it's so how they play. And they could take a normal game would take probably 10 minutes into like 3 minutes. You know, It's that fast of a pace games they're playing, but you know, they know what all their cards does. They know exactly. They're doing research on their opponents' decks, and they know sideboard in. They're just
listen, guys. That's a whole different world than what AppalachiaTCG is doing. That's for sure. I would love to get somebody that could compete and go to the bigger ones, and you know. But anyway, if you're wanting to learn how to play card game, I've had a bunch of people reach out saying they're wanting to learn how to play Flesh and Blood and stuff like that. Just show up. Just show up. We'll show you how to play Flesh and Blood. We'll show you how to play Magic. Just show up and come have fun. Like, it's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be collectible. Make friends. That's the whole point.
Yeah, and that's the main thing with any of these is hopefully we can maybe try to play some Lorcana.
Yeah, we'll try to Lorcana. I got Lorcana starter decks. I'm going to order some more booster boxes of Lorcana. And we'll learn how to play Lorcana. It's actually not a bad game. But I even know how to play Pokemon. I don't really know how to play Yu-Gi-Oh! So I might burn those cards. I don't know yet.
I don't think I would want to play Yu-Gi-Oh! If I did start opening up Yu-Gi-Oh! Packs, I think that would solely be for the art. Just to collect and be like, oh, that's a pretty card. Just put it in a binder and just go on. Don't probably get it again. But, you know, Yu-Gi-Oh! is... And it's kind of funny, you know, Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, and Pokemon. That's the trifecta.
Yep.
You know, in this space.
Somebody said that Lorcana has surpassed Yu-Gi-Oh in the big three.
Really?
That's what I heard, but I don't know how true that is.
I don't know. Yu-Gi-Oh has been going for 25, 26 years now, so
yeah,
it won't be hard to overthrow Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, they've got the season on them. They're, you know, and Yu-Gi-Oh is, I still love watching the Yu-Gi-Oh, you know.
Yeah. It'd be cool to do like a Yu-Gi-Oh VR game or something.
If they would ever, I know they was doing something with VR.
Yeah.
And you played the game and it summons cards like...
that'd be cool.
Yeah, but they was doing something. I don't know when that releases. But they was doing something with it. And but, you know, you take all these old games and Magic, especially Magic, they're fun, but you can get caught up with it. too
Oh
fast.
yeah, easy.
I mean, it's easy to go too.
Tony froze up again. He froze up again. I don't know what happens, but well, I guess we'll just end it there because we've been going for a while. I don't know. It might be my laptop struggling to capture video and display video at the same time. It struggles with that. But guys, check out AppalachiaTCG.com. Check out Just Take 3. Subscribe to YouTube channels. Check us out on Twitter, Facebook. We're everywhere. Check out the website. Come hang out with us. AppalachiaTCG.com. Buy cards. If you want to sell cards, hit me up. But we'll end it there. You got anything else, Tony?
No, I'm pretty good.
All right, guys. We'll see you guys in the next episode. Hope you had a good Thanksgiving. And the next episode should be epic. We'll see you guys next time.